back to us and said, it seems like you know how to spin a project. What project of all the things you do would you like to spin? And I said, the hospital program, because we've been training artists since 2002 from other places. They come to New York. Yet when they get back to their hometowns, there are no jobs. They can't get funding. So LiveStrong has paid this year, and this is where you really matter. They paid for 22 hospitals around the country to receive training from us, which we do virtually and physically, to train artists in their hospitals. There was a big competition for these hospitals to get it. 175 hospitals applied. 22 hospitals, actually it was 20 hospitals got it initially, and then there was funding for 2 more. And those hospitals are right in the swing of things now, and it's an amazing program. LiveStrong is evaluating the program, so you know that when you're running and you're raising money, you're doing a really good thing because they do due diligence. It's not like they just give money and walk away. They want to make sure that we and the hospitals are doing what we say. So what I want to say to you is, first of all, it is a long journey, and sometimes there's a lot of glitches in the road. And for those of you who are survivors here, you know, none of us know, but we're going to, whatever happens, we're going to have a great time, and that's what art does for you and for everybody around you. But the other thing I want to say in terms of raising money, and it's something I've learned as a director of a nonprofit, it's not only who you know, it's who you know and who they know. So next year when you send out those letters and emails, you need to say to people, you know, if you can think of 5 people who might this message might be powerful to, let them send it out. Every one of your 10 friends that you sent it to, let them send it to 10 friends, and let them send it to 10 friends. I used to be so shy about raising money. I am not shy anymore. I was down in Austin for the assembly in February, and I have to tell you, first of all, the organization has changed dramatically. It is the youngest, fiercest group of people who are dedicated 100,000% to ending cancer. I've never seen it. You know, you walk into the foundation, and you know, I'm an artist myself, and we're in New York, and I work with professional artists. And Lance has a art collection on the walls that actually kind of astonished me, because it's got major artists on the walls of the foundation, but they're all very fierce images. And I kind of, you know, I don't know if I had cancer and I walked into this place and I want to see this aggression and fierce, but you know what? I got it in 5 minutes. I want to see aggression and fierceness and toughness. And enough already. We've been like sticking around talking really nice about cancer. We're not going to do that. We really need to make it a global issue. And Sanjay Gupta is now aligned with LiveStrong. Actually, I got to meet Sanjay. So, it's amazing to see how powerfully people feel at LiveStrong. And they really are going to give every bone in their body to stop this. And so by running and raising money and coming to events, you can do that. My last pitch for the Creative Center is, Tom wanted me to talk about how you can get involved. How you can get involved is to come to our events. We have a huge event in September called Got Art. We send out a call for art for 4x6 pieces, this big, postcard size art. I advertise on Craigslist all over the world, and we get thousands of 4x6 art images. And for $25, you can come in, you pick any one you want. And we have other ways for you to spend it on that night, believe me. But it's a huge party, and it's downtown. Our offices are in Bowery and Houston. For you New Yorkers, you understand that's the hippest neighborhood in New York now. So you'll have a great time. I have no way to capture your email, so I'm going to give out our cards, and I would love for you just to email me. Let me get you on the email list. There's lots and lots of good stuff happening here in New York. So really, I want to thank Tom, and I want to thank LiveStrong enormously. Our association this year has ramped up our organization. We were much more about art and less about cancer, and now it helps me remember why we're doing this. I would love to talk about paintings today, but I'm talking about paintings because we've got cancer. So, thank you.
Excellent stuff. Thank you, Rob. One of the things I want you all to take away from that is that not only is the Creative Center a phenomenal program, it embodies what we really want out of LiveStrong. Is that we're a global organization, but we want to spend money locally, and we want to help people here who raise money in this town. We want to help those people as well. We also want to help folks all across the world. So, with our community impact project, we strive to do that. And if you can go online now and vote for areas that will get potential new funding for the next year. So lastly, which is always the best thing to hear when you're sitting down listening to someone, lastly, Tom wanted me to talk about 5 quick tips for tomorrow. This is ironic because I've never run any race at all. So he didn't leave it up to me as to what to say. He just said, say these things. So I'm going to say number one, and this is probably a pretty good one. Get there early, right? It starts at 7:30, and I would argue 7:25 is not the time to get there. Probably closer to 6:45, 7-ish would be good. It's a good time to shoot for. Make that happen, Daniel. Support others on the course. This is a good thing, because if I was on the course, I'd want you supporting me, Happy. I would need that. If you see your fellow team members, they're going to have the Team LIVESTRONG jersey on, hopefully. Give them a pat on the back as you're marching on. Maybe pick them up on your back. Boom, take them with you. Whatever you need to do. I mean, those folks are working hard, and God love them. They're running. I'm not. So that's great. This is funny one from Colleen Legg. If any of y'all know Colleen, she always says this is the most important thing. When you cross the finish line, don't look at your watch. So she always says if people cross the finish line, they get that picture and they're looking right at their watch. And that's not the best picture you want, to celebrate what you've just done, what you've just accomplished. If it were me, I'd be doing a little jig. Holy cow, I just finished the freaking marathon. But try not to look at your watch. Doing okay? Come by our tent afterwards. I met a lot of you today, and I'm very proud of what you all are doing. Knowing full well that there's going to be no way I can do that, I have a lot of respect for you, and I have a lot of pride in the fact that you're on our team. So I want to hear how it went. I really do. Only because it's further evidence that I don't ever have to do this. I can just live vicariously through you. So speaking very selfishly, I want to hear all about it. I think really the most important thing is have fun. From what I understand, you have to train for something like a half marathon. So you put in a lot of time and effort, and don't let it go to waste. Man, enjoy the day. It's going to be beautiful out there. It's going to be like today.
Yeah.
So get out there, enjoy the day. Come by and see us. Don't look at your watch. Get there early. Say hi to Tom, who's not feeling well, and maybe come up here and speak to you. Thank you. Thank you again. Have a great